Hi there. It's February 7th and time for Proverbs 7. Now this chapter is it's a single parable with a lesson about the wiles of the harlot. It could apply to other situations. This is a single subject. And let's read it. Just as usual, it starts with like every one of the first chapters. My son, keep my words, keep and treasure my commandments within you. Keep my commandments and live. And my teaching as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your intimate friend, that they may keep you from an adulteress, from the foreigner who flatters with her words. Now this is a parable. We'll think. Yeah, I don't think Solomon really saw this. It's a life lesson. Okay? Oh. For at the window of my house I looked out through my lattice and saw among the naive and discerned among the youths a young man lacking sense, passing through the street near her corner, and he takes the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, in the middle of the night, and in the darkness. And behold, a woman comes to meet him, dressed as a harlot, and cunning of heart. She is boisterous and rebellious, her feet do not remain at home. She is now in the streets, now in the squares, and lurks by every corner. She seizes him and kisses him, and with a brazen face she says to him, I was due to offer peace offerings. Today I have paid my vows. Therefore I have come out to meet you. Now that means when they pay their vows, they have meat and food at home, okay? Because they took their sacrifices down to the temple, and they were given part of it to take home. So she has a food prepared at home, right? That's it. Today I paid my vows. Therefore I have come out to meet you, to seek your presence earnestly, and I have found you. I have spread my couch with coverings, with colored linens of Egypt. I have sprinkled my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us drink our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with caresses. For my husband is not at home. Right? He has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him, and at the full moon he will come home. With her many persuasions she entices him. With her flattering lips she seduces him. Suddenly he follows her. As an ox goes to the slaughter, or as one in fetters to the discipline of a fool, until an arrow pierces through his liver, as a bird hastens to the snare, so he does not know that it will cost him his life. Right? And that's a parable, a trap, right? And the thing was, is he knew she was married, okay? For my husband is not at home. Okay? Not somewhere you want to be. Okay, and then it ends like the beginning, right? Now therefore, my sons, listen to me and pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths, for many are the victims she has cast down, and numerous are all her slain. Her house is the way to Sheol, descending to the chambers of death. Right? You don't come back from that very easily, right? So that's it. See, it's a single subject, It didn't highlight, much in here. Okay. And to be honest, I was saved when I was 5, so I've never, and I followed the Lord all my life. I've never been in this situation. I've never been enticed. Okay. Where, Satan will find everybody's weakness. Okay. The demons will find your weakness, and that's what they will exploit. Okay. This was not my weakness. Okay. Neither were drugs and alcohol or any of that. Okay. My weaknesses, my weakness was things of this world trying to get my attention off of God the Father, right? And sometimes it works for a while, but God calls you and you always come back. This might be a problem for many people. I mean, it's a, $1 trillion industry every year. I said there were no highlights. So, with a brazen face. She makes bold her face and says, let's look at this. Sacrifices of peace offerings are with me. Now let's look over here. Because that in peace offerings a portion returned to them that offered. She showeth him that she hath meat at home to make good cheer with, or else she would use some cloak of holiness till she had gotten him in her snare, right? I'm a good person. I went to church. I made my peace. I made my vows. Come home with me, right? Pay my cloud, which declareth that harlots outwardly will seem holy and religious, both because they may the better deceive others, and also thinking by observing ceremonies and offerings to make satisfaction for their sins. Right. It says in other parts of Proverbs that they will sin and then wipe their mouth and say, I've done nothing wrong. Right? Doesn't work that way, does it? So there you go. That's Proverbs 7. Let's look here. More commendation of wisdom, more all about wisdom, finding wisdom and what is wisdom. So there you have it. Stay tuned later today. We are on Matthew 24 of our Through the Bible in 1 Year, and we are going to dig into that one deep. That's one of the best chapters in the whole New Testament because it talks about end times, which we are in right now. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. But till later, we'll keep going. See ya.